Hello and welcome to Cooking with Sean and Jean.
Episode 10.
On today's episode we're going to make the Galette de Rois. It's like a puff pastry with cream and almond and...
This is it. The Galette de Rois is a French cake that we serve between New Year's Eve and the Epiphany.
The Epiphany? What's that?
This is puff pastry filled with almond cream. So today I'll be presenting you my version of this with pistachio and blueberries. And Sean, what are you going to do?
I bought this from the supermarket because I've never made this before in my life. I'm going to try the store-bought version and do a kind of road test to see if this matches up with a handmade artisan French Galette de Rois.
I think we all know the answer to that. Okay. Let's get started. For my recipe you will need 2 rolls of puff pastry, 400 grams of crème pâtissière. For the pistachio cream you will need 100 grams of butter, 100 grams of sugar, 100 grams of ground pistachios and 2 eggs. So let me rephrase. For this recipe you need half crème pâtissière, you will find the recipe on our first video, the pear tart, and half pistachio cream. In the pistachio cream you need 1 pot butter, 1 pot sugar, 1 pot ground pistachios and 1 pot eggs. We are going to start with combining the sugar and the butter. Then we'll be adding the ground pistachios and then the egg one by one. We're adding just 1 egg at a time because we don't want the cream to curdle. Now let's add the rest of the pistachios. Mix well, and the other egg. Now that we are done with the pistachio cream, and remember you can do the traditional version with almond milk instead of pistachio, we are going to add the pistachio cream into the crème pâtissière, the pastry cream. Mix 2 creams together until combined. Set the cream in the fridge, and while it's staying there, we'll focus on the rest of the recipe. Unroll the puff pastry. Prepare the glazing with 2 egg yolks. Gently remove the yolks from the egg whites. Just whisk it, and we're good. We are also going to prepare syrup to glaze the Galette de Rois when it's out of the oven to have a nice shiny finish. The syrup is made with the same amount of water and sugar. We'll just boil this and then let it cool down while the Galette de Rois is cooking.
The first thing you want to do is open the pack. And I think we're done. So I've never actually made nor eaten this cake before, so I'm just going to use what's in this. So you want to mix the powder with 120 grams of water. So this guy just on top like this. And whisk. Once the frangipane is mixed, take a store-bought piece of pastry and lay it on a baking sheet. When your pastry is ready, take a small amount of water and a pastry brush, and you're going to wet the sides all around the pastry and lay the other piece of pastry on top. It'll stick because of the water. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take the frangipane and then pour it into the center of the puff pastry. Take your other piece of puff pastry, lay it on top of the frangipane and the other pastry. Then we're going to close the sides with a fork, put it into the oven, and bake for 30 minutes at 180 degrees.
That looks interesting.
This is one of the best things that I think I have ever made.
I have no opinion yet. I want to taste before.
So what's the deal with the fève?
So the Galette de Rois is a tradition from the Roman Empire, and they would put a fava bean or any bean, and the one who has the bean is the new king of the meal. Then it's been modified throughout the years, and now everybody thinks it has something to do with the Roi Mage, kings going to Bethlehem.
Oh, the 3 wise men.
So Galette de Rois would be the cake for the kings going to Bethlehem, but we know the real story. And it's not with ready-made frangipane anyway. Let's put the frangipane on top of the first layer of puff pastry. Once the frangipane is on top of the first layer of puff pastry, we'll just add some frozen blueberries on top of it. And now we're going to put the second layer of puff pastry on top of the first one.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Where's your fev?
What do you suggest? What do you have in mind?
Well, what about this?
No, it's too big.
Car keys?
Those are my keys.
Christmas decorations?
That's too big.
Padlock?
No. What about just a handful of pins? Since we have a bit of leftovers from Sean's Galette de Rois, we're gonna make a few flowers and puff pastry and stick them on top. Before we glaze it, we're going to score the puff pastry to give it a nice design. Let's cook that at 180 degrees for about 30 minutes.
So there we have one store-bought product and one handmade cake. And whilst yours is evidently nicer, I don't think that's the real purpose of this galette. I think it's to share and celebrate tradition at the New Year.
Yeah, share it with your family, share it with your friends, and according to the tradition, we should have the youngest in the room under the table. No, that's me. To pick who's gonna get what slice and eventually get the fev and get the crown to be crown of the year.
Seeing as I'm already wearing the crown and I am the youngest, I'm gonna choose this slice.
You wish.
And
I'm
you can
gonna
have
get
that one.
those. I'm gonna keep this by myself. Alright.
Happy holidays!
Happy holidays and don't forget to subscribe!